I'm here with Jai Opetaia in the Gold Coast. Catch his fight on the zone. Now, Jai, I want to ask you, you're from New South Wales, but you live in Queensland. So who are you supporting in State of Origin?
Bleed blue, brother. I'm bleed blue.
Bleed blue. Have they tried to convert you down here, these grubs?
Definitely, man. They have, but, you know, when it comes to Origin time, it's fucking on, you know what I mean? Queensland's my second home, Gold Coast is my second home, but I'm always a blue supporter.
Were you ever inspired by those original Origin punch-ons? Is that what made you want to get in the ring?
Definitely, bro, definitely. The Origin banner, those 3 days a week, I'm punching on my family on those 3 days a week, bro. We love it, so it's awesome.
This is you describing getting punched in the head.
Did you feel that backhand?
Yeah. Wow. And it sort of just fuzzes you, and then you just come back to it and you're like, oh, you cheeky. And then you just push on. So
I've never seen you smile like that before. Do you enjoy going to that place when you cop a shot?
Oh man, it just happens, you know. It's boxing, you're going to get hit, so, you know, you do what you got to do.
Now, you're a heavy favourite this week, and everyone's expecting a knockout. You've done it 21 times before. Do you enjoy just putting people's lights out? Is that what you're going to do this weekend?
Man, I enjoy boxing, you know. I enjoy putting on clinics, you know. I enjoy people respecting my craft. It's not always about hurting people. It's about the skill set, you know, and skills pay the bills. I'm looking to put on another clinic.
Now, we've seen you do a rugby league pre-season with South Sydney Rabbitohs. I want you to be honest. What's tougher, training as a boxer or doing a rugby league pre-season?
Man, they've both got their pros and cons, you know. I don't want to sit here and badmouth NRL. They're respectable dudes, they train hard. But I do pre-season before every fight.
Barred with some great fighters. I'm talking Rob Whittaker, Sonny Bill Williams. Have you ever been in the middle of training and go, I can't believe I'm training alongside this person?
Definitely, bro. It happens all the time. But at the same time, it's fruit of the labour, and I know I deserve to be there as well. No, I've done the hard work, so they think like that when they're alongside me as well. So it all works both ends.
Now, you're the youngest boxer in the Olympics in 2012. You fought alongside guys like Usyk, Bertabiev. Do you ever look back on your career and say, look how far I've come?
Definitely, bro. And even before the Olympics, bro, we had nothing. You know, we come from nothing, bro. We come from a boxing family, but we don't. My family backed us. You know, my mum worked so we could go sparring and drive to Sydney and do things like this. Now we're packing out, you know, shopping malls to come here and do weigh-ins and fucking press conferences and stuff. So it's all been a part of the process, bro. And
going up against an Italian, also undefeated. He hasn't stepped foot outside of Italy. As a boxer, what do you think is better, the Australian diet or the Italian diet? Because he looks like he's been on the Italian diet.
Man, I love a bit of food, you know. I love to mix it up, so. But I do love me pizza and pasta, so, you know, it's all good.
Okay, yeah, pizza and pasta. It's probably best for performance after the weight cut.
Definitely,
now,
bro. My pasta's a go-to.
Usyk versus Dubois. As someone that could face Alexander Usyk very soon, how do you see that fight playing out?
Man, I think it's a great fight. You know, I feel like Dubois levelling up, and he's still young. You know, I don't think people realise how young he is. You know, he's at that age where he's really every year is really making a drastic change in his performance and his maturity in the ring and outside the ring. So, and then when you got Usyk, he's sort of at that age where he's really trying to maintain what he has, but he's an animal. So, and I'm excited to watch that. You know, it's going to be a great fight.
Now, no one's saying that Zurdo's ducking you, but how many times has that fight been offered to him, and is that the next fight that you want to make?
And I'm ready for that fight. You know, I've been chasing that fight for a long time. I don't know how many times I've offered it to him, but, you know, that's more of a question for Mickey. But we're ready. Whenever he wants to fucking, you know, go set of nuts and go the fight, we're ready.
I want to get your thoughts on these street fights. They've been going nuts on social media. Dan Hooker's hosts them in his backyard. They're massive on the Aussie scene. What are your thoughts on the street fights?
It is what it is, bro. You know, these guys are street fighting. They know what they're getting themselves into. You know, they know they're going into a street fight, so fuck, it is what it is.
Did you have any street fights before going pro?
Nah, bro, I'm a good boy.
Yeah, he's a pro. He's a pro. Mate, Joe, I want to wish you the best of luck. Can't wait to see you in the ring.